Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Nerdrant. I'm Dr. Zombrain, also known as Seth, with my co-host
JJ, also known as a Junior Wolf.
Hey guys, it's a bit chilly.
A little bit chilly, just a tad bit.
Yeah, so we got a lot going over, because, we're just gonna do Fortnite, and then it's like, oh, this happened, and then that happened, and then another thing happened.
Yeah.
So
it's one of those times where, if people would just spread out what they do, we would have an effective podcast, but they didn't do that this time around, and there's a lot we have to cover in 1 hour now.
Yep, so I want to start off, I don't really like talking about politics, but there's one thing that I realized was a lot bigger than original. So, TikTok got banned, right?
Uh-huh.
And that's a whole thing, we're not going to get into it. But the reason I'm bringing it up, what does the law do, JJ? What does the law that banned TikTok do?
It bans China from collecting our data.
No. It bans anything Congress agrees on is a foreign adversary. So TikTok, Lemonade, CapCut was banned.
CapCut was published by the same people who made TikTok.
Yeah, ByteDance. But also Marvel Snap. Marvel Snap was
also banned. ByteDance.
But if we take that, it's not just ByteDance, that's the one that we're going over. But what's a company that we talk about all the time that owns a good bit of a lot of companies, including Riot Games and Epic Games? That's Chinese. Talk about it a lot.
Sony?
Begins with a T. That's not Chinese. That's not Chinese. That's racist. Begins with a T. Tencent?
Oh, Tencent? Yeah. What about Tencent?
They own 40% of Epic Games.
Yes, but
so again, it doesn't necessarily specify ByteDance. So I'm not saying they will, but if the Congress really wanted to, they can ban all of our video games right now.
Well, the thing is, Tencent is, as far as I know, currently they're adhering to all of the rules and regulations to publish in the US, whereas ByteDance was breaking a lot of those rules.
Not really, but that's I don't want to get into a lot of that, 'cause there's a lot of, we don't really know. They haven't really claimed.
TikTok was banned for a day, it's back now.
Yeah. But I just want to bring that up because it's I knew, what's it called, CapCut, but I'm oh, Marvel Snap got banned.
Yup.
Snap. Anyway, so that's a little, crazy stuff. But let's get some good news. We got a new console announced.
Yeah, guys!
Finally! Which we've been waiting for. And I said, let's postpone these 5 different episodes for weeks so we can have this announcement.
Literally, he was let's wait, they're probably gonna announce this. Wait, no, hold this one, they're probably gonna announce it this time. Nope.
But
literally nothing.
But what's funny is, I'm just chilling here. It was last weekend. And it's just hey, there's gonna be a trailer on Thursday. Not by the studio, but by leaks.
Mm-hmm.
So Switch 2 finally got announced.
Woohoo! It is officially the most leaked console ever, by the way. It broke records for how many leaks and how early the leaks were. So,
and I think that's why this console, this video came out, is just because it's they need to make a statement before someone gets the console. So let's start off. What are your thoughts on it? Not the leaks. Let's talk about official stuff. So the video, the trailer that they dropped.
Yeah, the official trailer.
Because I haven't seen a lot of leaks.
I will say, just face value, the design, I'm not loving. One thing I've always loved about the way Nintendo tends to present themselves is they're very colorful, right? They tend to have a lot of color involved in everything they do. And I feel in this console, they kind of adhered to the industry standard and went monochrome with highlights.
You know what? I'm glad. That's actually was one of my big complaints too. It feels I don't know about you, it feels like a generic handheld now. When the Switch came out, It was revolutionary. There was nothing in that space. And now we have the Steam Deck, the ROG, whatever. We have so many different handhelds. It just looks like those. It doesn't feel like Nintendo without the vibrance. I understand.
I'm really missing the red and blue controllers, and even if they went with darker tones, they could have chosen new colors or something like that. It's not to say that they couldn't have done it.
I also understand that most people will go for black, right? Like, I know plenty of people that went for black or gray Joy-Cons, but it's for advertising. Don't advertise it as a generic black. Advertise it with their vibrant colors, even if that's not what people use.
Exactly. So, like, if you look at any of the Switch ads, you know, they have that little click that happens, and it's like the Nintendo Switch logo, you know, with the controllers. That typically would show up, if it's not just like the standard white, in red and blue with the different controllers. What now? Is it just gonna be black? Is it just gonna be a black logo? Like, what are they gonna do?
That's one thing I have a complaint on. The other complaint is, I have a feeling this is gonna fail. Because if we look at Switch 1, it is successful. Even the PlayStation 2 is the most sold console of all time, right? But if we look at specific regions, it's like 3rd or 4th in America, with the DS and Switch and some other consoles up there. And what Nintendo does so well is they do something crazy with the new consoles. But the last time they did a console that's similar to another one was the Wii U, which was a massive flop.
Yeah.
And the Switch 2 is straight up the Switch 1, just slightly bigger and better. Now, I do think the Switch needed the processing, but I was really hoping for something. Like, what if we got a DS? What if we got, like, 3 screens, a normal screen and handheld, or we can open it up and there's 2 screens inside? That's crazy, but that's what I expect from Nintendo's new console. It's just slightly bigger.
It's just unfortunate to see that once Nintendo found something that worked really well for them, they've now fallen into the typical pattern for a console. Like, yes, when Xbox and PlayStation come out with their new consoles, they look a little bit different. They have new features, but it is still at its core the same exact thing. Like, they have to keep a consistent thing. Whereas Nintendo in the past has always been changing.
Look at their controllers.
The Wii was revolutionary.
Yeah.
Super Nintendo was crazy. Was GameCube Nintendo, or was that something else? Yeah, GameCube. That one was also like crazy.
Revolutionary stuff like every generation. And then when they don't, it doesn't do as well. I think the only time I could think of is like one of the DSs, because, you know, there's like 7 of them. It's like 3DS, 3DS XL. One of them probably did all right, but like, yeah.
If you had a DS, you played the games on your DS, you weren't worried about an upgrade, you know?
Yeah.
Like, unless you're like a Pokemon connoisseur or something who wanted to play all the new games, then you probably just kept your standard DS.
So that's my big concern. I am excited though. We don't know much. The main announcement will be what? April? So we got a few months and we'll probably do an episode on that. But I don't know. I'm excited. How about you? See the games that come out with it specifically, because I think Nintendo really has been struggling with their underpowered console. That's really been holding them back.
I'm certainly excited to see it. I know we have
saying you're gonna
technically leaked specs, but there's nothing guaranteed as of yet. So I'm excited to see when they officially announce the specs, what exactly
That's why I've
it's
seen a lot of people have
because
been saying,
if it's not a significant enough increase, I don't see people even going for this for any reason.
So,
like the typical Switch right now runs at what, 30 FPS, right?
Yeah, I don't know. It's
so
even 30
if
FPS,
it doesn't
but like
at least up it to 60, if
60,
not more, then I don't think it's going to be worth it at all. And this thing better have pretty instant loading times for that tiny console, or else it's literally just not going to be worth the upgrade.
I've heard from what people are saying, it's going to be slate around a PS4, which like does suck, because that is, compared to what we are currently, is really old. That's a generation and a half. But again, it's for Switch games. We're not playing, you know, crazy advanced. We're not playing Cyberpunk 2077, right? So,
I mean, what I don't get, though, is my brother just bought a Steam Deck for, I think he said it was like $500, and it has like the OLED screen and everything. It's a super nice one, and it can run console games at console graphics perfectly well, and it has its own OS.
That's another thing that I was saying, though, earlier, is the Switch did so well because it was in a new market, but like I've seen multiple people saying the Steam Deck runs Switch games better than the Switch. So
exactly,
I am excited for the power, and I think that's going to allow them to create better games, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. I am excited because like Tears of the Kingdom struggles to run on the Switch, and I really want to play it. And supposedly this year's Call of Duty is supposed to release on the Switch too. But I think if you have a Switch 1, you're probably going to keep a Switch 1. I don't think it's a merit for the average person to upgrade.
Yeah,
especially
unless
for
like the trade-in value is actually really good, I don't see it as being worth it.
Because if I can get like $150 or something, then I'm going to get it. You know, that's what its estimated price is, $400, so that's $250. That's not horrible for how long it's probably going to last me, right? Because they're not going to release another one for 8 years. So
I do want to say this. How do you feel about the controllers? Like being magnetic instead of
that's
like a
something that I really want to wait on. I've seen a lot of people saying it's going to be a big failure point, is that port. But it depends on how strong the magnets are. If the magnets are strong enough, I'm not too worried. And I do think for how long they've probably tested it. But then the stick drift, from what I've heard, was abysmal on the Switch 1. So I don't know how much they're testing it. That's definitely a concern, is that part.
Yeah.
There is one cool thing about the joysticks, though. I don't know if you realize, like, based on the leaks, is, you know, when they were moving around? That's apparently because there's a laser sensor. It's gonna work like a mouse. The joysticks. So, because that's based on leaks a few weeks ago. So if that's what that does, that makes sense, and that's a laser sensor. So that could be really cool. I'm really hoping that's gonna be like an available thing everywhere. Like I can just use it in menus and stuff. But that's something I'm looking forward to. But again, we don't know much. We'll come back to you. We got plenty more to cover though. So anything else? How about you? You had a thing you want to talk about.
I did.
Yeah, there's a new game coming out. Well, not new, but old, but, you know, releasing other places, possibly.
A new old game coming out, releasing other places. I'm gonna be honest with you.
You told me to play it?
I just drove 4 hours. What was it?
There was 2 of them?
There was 2 of them. I told you to play it. Oh, this is a fun game. What did I tell you? I don't even know how long ago this was.
This was 10 days ago.
10 days ago. What did I tell you 10 days ago?
Okay.
Wait, is it? Is it that one? It might be that. Wait.
It's probably.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. Is it Halo? Is that the one?
Yes. Guys, give JJ a round of applause. He remembers what he told me. Good luck with that, JJ. Gonna have to fix that.
That's fun. I'll sort that out.
2 games, but, you know, let's talk about the main one, because nobody cares about the other one.
Yeah. So, Xbox is apparently, now this is just rumors and leaks going on, you know, apparent insider info. Don't take any of this as serious, but apparently based on the performance of the games that they were released on PS5, they are going to be releasing a lot more of their console trademark exclusive games on PS5. One of those being the Halo Master Chief Collection, which is pretty big, because that is
massive.
Xbox's logo. That is their mascot, you know? So
yeah,
that is really big that's going to be coming to PlayStation.
Not just PlayStation, but possibly, most likely, Switch 2 as well.
Yes, that one is even bigger of a rumor. It's just speculated because they said they wanted to release on all consoles. But it is entirely possible, seeing as Master Chief Collection has all of the older games that don't take a super high graphic driver, so I could very much see it coming to Switch as well.
It is Microsoft, and it is not confirmed, but is highly likely based on the agreement with Call of Duty, right? They signed an agreement for Switch and PlayStation for 10 years. So if Call of Duty is coming, I would assume it can probably handle Master Chief Collection.
Yeah, most likely.
That could happen.
It'll be really interesting to see that. Let us know below if you would play it on PS5. I'd be interested to see how it runs on PS5, because obviously that's one of the games that they've optimized for Xbox. But I don't know. It'd be cool to see the PlayStation fan base get their hands on that, because I know a lot of PlayStation people don't have Xboxes. It's kind of more Xbox people have PlayStations. So a lot of those people haven't played a Halo game before, and I personally feel, at least, it's a very what's the word? Like a crucial FPS game to play as an FPS fan. Yeah, it's an iconic FPS game. So I think a lot of people should at least get the opportunity to play it.
So that's a big one. And then what was the other one? Gears of War?
Yes, Gears of War. Apparently the I think it's like Gears of War Ultimate Edition, which is like the first 3 games remastered, would be coming to PS5, which those games are like, I haven't played the first 3, but I loved 4 and 5. They are very like tactical sci-fi games that a lot of people loved from the early days of Xbox, so it's a logical step. It's another one of the Xbox exclusives. It is in Fortnite. That is right. But yeah, I think you'd like that one a little more than Halo, Seth.
Yeah, if I played one of them, I'd probably play that one, but we'll see. All depends on the price too.
Yeah,
which, that brings me to another thing.
I think on Xbox it's like $40.
Well, there's another game I want to talk about price, unless there's anything else specific. Again, these are rumors, so we can't really talk too much about like dates or anything. There's another game that's been talked about price, and do you know what that is? The long-awaited GTA 6.
Which yes,
might come out this year? ? Pretty much. We've talked about it before, not on the podcast. Maybe. They're pretty much saying that it might be $80 to $100 for like base edition for GTA 6,
which is crazy. Which I get that it's a big game and it's going to be high graphics, but at a certain point you have to ask yourself: are the developers giving this to us at an honest price, or are they trying to take advantage of the constantly hyped fan base and get an extra $10-$20 out of them?
So I see this as 2 ways. One is not a good thing, because they also said they want to charge for like certain features in game. So a bad thing. But it's the reality that if a game like GTA 5 released for $100, that might sound outrageous, but if they were to give you free updates to like the new consoles, and this game lasted again like 7, 8, 9 years, and you get how much replayability and online, $100 doesn't seem that much. Like, think about how much money we spent on these free-to-play games.
I can get on board with.
Years.
Like,
if it lasts
started
years.
Raising their prices, but it gets to a point where every new console that comes out, I get a free update for that console of that game
for like 3 console generations. I would be okay with spending $100
like Xbox
on
right
GTA
now.
6.
For anyone who doesn't know, Xbox has smart delivery, which basically means if I buy it on Xbox One and it has the smart delivery, I get it on Series X for free. Which is awesome. Like, I wish every game had that.
There's a lot of PS5 games that are coming out, but a lot are like $10.
Exactly. PS5 is going the more paid upgrade direction. But my thing is, Xbox hasn't really confirmed yet if that is going to be featured on the next console. Like, are the games that I bought on Xbox One, am I going to get the free version for the next gen console after Series X? They haven't really talked about that too much. So I'm curious to see if they go that way. If they do, then that would be amazing for the gaming industry.
That would be a big thing for Xbox. A major W for Xbox.
Yeah, that means
without
you no
a doubt.
longer need to buy new versions of games. Like, you wouldn't have to buy a game twice, because they also do the thing where if you buy it on console, you get it on PC, which is amazing.
That's true.
So
like,
it pretty
if you buy
much
it on
ends
Xbox
the having
One,
to buy. Yeah, it ends the having to buy 2 copies of a game ever, but it also means that all of my games will be preserved for future consoles. Like, it ends the question of, if I buy this on Xbox One, is it even going to exist on Series X? Because then the answer is yes, because you get the free upgraded copy.
That's the big thing. I don't think that's what they're gonna do, because like I feel like GTA 5 was a fluke. It's just one of those games that just massively blew up, and based on their rhetoric, it doesn't seem like they care that much. Like, it's sad.
Yeah.
But that's just the fact. But that's my point, especially for an expensive game like this, like a game that took how many billions of dollars and years to develop, and there's plenty of people that really put their heart and soul into it, whether that's what the company is portraying or not. I would be okay spending like $80, $90, $100 on a game that I know I'm going to play for years. Like, if I would have known Minecraft was what it was, or Terraria, like, Terraria, we bought on Steam for, what, $8? I don't know about you, but I'd be okay spending $50, $60, $70 on Terraria for how much content I got out of it. So, but that's the thing. That shouldn't be a standard. If we're going to gaming standards as $100, like Spider-Man 1, I don't know if I would have bought $100, especially Spider-Man 2 for not even having DLC.
Yeah.
So, but that's enough. That's just another random thing I saw. Another random game. I don't know if you remember this one. Subliminal. Remember that one?
Subliminal. Wait, what? Did something happen with it?
So, it's not out yet. I don't know if you realized. It was supposed to release 2024. It's not out yet.
Oh.
I was looking for a trailer and, like, updates. I was like, hey, I haven't seen anything. Like, I hope it's okay. Well, apparently they haven't done videos. They've done shorts, and that's why. Like, I was waiting for a video, but they haven't done any videos. So they did a short a few days ago, and pretty much it just seems like there's some miscommunication, and they didn't get all the royalties and license to, like, publish it in certain areas and regions and consoles. So they're pushing it back a bit, but it's still coming. They worked it out, and they're on the same page now. But in the shorts, there was some other gameplay, and it's just still really excited. It's just going to be a smaller studio, so it's not going to be, like, you know, as polished as Ubisoft or even like Microsoft or Sony or Epic Games. We're not getting like big announcements like that, but I'm still excited and it's still coming. This was like 5 days ago.
That is good.
Still coming. I just saw that. I'm like, I want to say something because that was my most anticipated game of last year, and it looks like it might be my most anticipated this year. Sorry, GTA 6. Not
the
sorry.
new Hightail ?
Please no. Please, I cannot wait 8 years for this. Shut up.
Another 8 years down the line, we're like, it's still coming, guys. It's still on its way.
We're going to have a year where we're going to get a Hightail, GTA 6, and Subliminal 10 years later. I'm going to hate it. Anyway.
And not just Minecraft, too. You can't forget about that.
Oh, that's right. Hey, let's say that. I don't know if we said that. Minecraft 2 was announced, kinda.
Kinda, yeah. It's a spiritual successor to Minecraft that Notch is making.
By Notch, yeah, the original creator. We'll talk about that later when, like, we get info. Which we don't have any.
Yeah.
We don't know anything. Maybe we'll do that. We'll talk about it when we do the Minecraft movie, because that's happening this year.
Yeah, I guess it is.
So we got 2 games. Anything else you want to talk about? Or I figured that's a good bit. We can finish with these 2 games.
Sure, let's shoot into that.
Okay, so I'm going to start with the game that obviously doesn't have as much because you have not played it much, is Call of Duty. Call of Duty had an event last week called 115 Day. Why does that matter? I told you, I believe, what does 115 mean? Why is that important?
115 was... Wait, I know this. It was... something to do with zombies.
Did that?
Right?
Yep.
It was the zombie... Does it have something to do with the virus?
Yes.
Yeah.
So pretty much there's an element called 115, and that's what, like, created everything. That's what everyone's fighting over. So they created 115 Day, January 15th, and it's pretty much Zombie Day for Call of Duty Zombies. And we got some news. Now, have you played any more zombies since last time? I'm going to assume the answer is no, but in case you mysteriously had a play session.
The answer is 1 round.
Okay. I have finally completed Citadel Day More. That was stressful. That boss fight, you cannot stop moving. It's the monster in the middle, right? The statue. And he, like, has weak points, and then he's immune, and you just have to survive, but it's down in, like, a cave with lava, so your feet get hurt, and then sometimes he will just ground pound. Like, he'll jump in the air and just ground pound near you. So if you stand still for a second, you're dead. Just dead. So it was really stressful. And it's a bullet sponge, too. Now, I played it on directed mode, so I do have to play it again. I hope I can do it early. I doubt it. But I'm kind of annoyed I didn't get to do the early before directed mode came out. There was just too many bugs, and it was just a really hard map. Like, I could not do it. But they're making some changes. Directed mode's out for it now, so if you guys want to do it base and, you know, get the XP and at least experience it, it's there. And then, you know, for 115 Day, we got some double XP, we got some double gobblegums, and we got another announcement that we were not expecting. JJ, when was the last map? When did Citadel Day More come out?
A month ago?
Like, a few weeks into Season 1, right? Like, a week or 2 into Season 1. And we're, like, 8 days from Season 2. Like, we're right around the corner, like, a week away. Mind you, we have about as many maps as the last Cold War, last Treyarch game had for its whole cycle. So
Lovely.
we're not expecting a new map at all. And you know what they did?
Drop a new map?
They announced a new map, which is coming at the end of the month. It's called The Tomb. Dun dun dun. What do you think of the logo? Pretty cool. It's pretty eerie.
It does look pretty
creepy.
cool. It gives me like what's that one game? Temple Run vibes.
That's crazy. But so it's gonna be a dig site. A lot of people are thinking it's gonna be Origins. If you know that, you know it. If not, it's just an iconic zombie map. And yeah, so that's coming out. And they also said, here's a question I'm going to ask you, and I do not have an answer for you, but I'm going to ask you anyway. They said they're going to have an iconic zombie SMG coming back. What do you think it is?
The Zombie Piercer 3000.
No, so just like a normal human SMG, like from real world.
I would
iconic
not be able to tell you.
Okay. I wasn't sure how much you picked up. Because we already have the MP5 in the game. I don't know, but there's 2 of them. It's probably going to be, or 3 of them. The Thompson, the Tommy gun, you know that one. The MP40. That one, I don't know if you know that one. MP40, or the PPSH. That's the Russian one that has a drum mag a lot of the time. I'm not sure which one's iconic. Because I think this is the first time I'm really into it, but it's probably going to be the MP40 or the PPSH. Those are really iconic. Not sure, but that's going to be fun, meaning that's probably going to be one of the new guns for like the season pass, or maybe it's a wonder weapon, like in the as a wonder weapon.
Ooh.
Oh, I had no idea. And then looks like we're going to get some cool featured wonder weapons. Another thing that you should be excited about is it is also going to be based off of more of Liberty Falls in more terms of playstyle. So it's going to be a little bit easier from the sounds of it. It's not going to be as crazy as Citadel Daymore. So that's going to be cool.
That's cool.
You know, more people are probably going to be able to enjoy it. Another fun fact is with directed mode, they've actually brought it up from 4% people completing the Easter eggs to 8%. It is more than doubled, which is really cool to see. I'm happy to see that because, like, you've seen them now. Like, they're cool. Did you expect that from zombies? I feel like so many people had no idea that's what Easter eggs were like in zombie mode.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. Like, on the surface, it just looks like a round-based, like, arcade match, and you don't really even think to expect, like, oh, yeah, there's hidden stuff in here if you go around and do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah, so that's really cool to see. Another thing is Liberty Falls, which everyone called Liberty Balls, is actually their most played zombie map in recent years. So it's just kind of funny. Everyone said it's going to be trash, and it's like, here we go, most played game. There's some news about the OST, which is from someone different, so I'm not too sure. It sounds pretty crazy. But here's some quality of life features, JJ, that you might be interested in coming with Season 2. We got co-op pause, meaning if you play with people, the party leader can actually pause it for everyone. Which could be bad. Could be very bad. And
I see so many angry parties, bro.
Absolutely. But I also think that can be really good, especially for, say, directed mode, right? Like, you're struggling, and you kind of, like, trying to figure it out, and even with directed mode, you're not too sure. Pause it, and then you can go watch a video or something. You don't have to worry about having somebody trail a zombie. So I can definitely see the benefits of that. AFK kick loadout recovery. Pretty much if you get AFK kicked in a co-op game and you join, you will regain your pack-a-punch, your salvage, your points. So if you have to go AFK, again, say that you're the one watching the video, then it kicks you. There you go. Another huge thing, JJ, which is massive, is they are actually saying that there will be a separate HUD for zombies and multiplayer. Finally. Finally.
Nice.
There's a lot of things that I really like in zombies and multiplayer, but not the same. So I'm really excited to have that separated. And another huge quality of life, which was in Modern Warfare 3, is we're actually getting challenge tracking. So when you open up your menu and you see your daily challenges, you know, there's that. You will now be able to manually track up to 10 calling card challenges and 10 camo challenges per mode to easily keep track of the challenges you're progressing. If you have less than 10 calling card challenges or 10 camo challenges tracked, your nearest completed challenges will display in those slots instead. So, yeah. So if you're, like, working on gold and it's like, okay, how much am I at? Especially for in zombies. It's like you have to get 15 rapid kills. I have no idea how much I have and what counts. So I can actually see that number in game now.
And that's really nice.
Yeah, that's like a lot of people have been asking.
Likes to do like achievement tracking and stuff like that. Like on Xbox, I'll frequently, once I like finish the story of a game, of course, I'll turn on the achievement tracker and it just shows on my screen, kind of like how Fortnite quests, when you track them, it shows on your mini-map. It's just a thing that shows in the corner of your screen. So that'll be helpful to kind of be able to keep track of things instead of having to like remember, okay, this is the one I was doing and this is what I have to do.
Especially for how many challenges there are, especially for camos and the calling cards and stuff. So that's going to be really nice. And like it said, if you don't select it, it'll just show you automatically complete. So it's like, hey, you're like 3 kills away from getting, like 3 headshots away from completing your headshot challenges on this AR. I was like, oh, okay, let me try to grind for that and finish it out. I didn't realize I was so close. So yeah, just great quality of life feature. And then obviously there's some other news, like they talked about how they get their names for Pack-a-Punch. They posted some stuff coming for 115 Day from the community, including a guy that said feature me, and he had the soda cans, and there's some other ones that aren't currently in game, like Mule Kick and Tombstone Soda. Mule Kick lets you have a 3rd primary weapon, and Tombstone Soda I think is like right before death type of thing. So it's just a chance that might be one of the new perks coming with the new map, because that's how it seems like they're gonna go. And there's some other stuff, but that's really the big thing. We don't know too much, but like it's coming out with season 2 on the 28th, so like we're like a week away from that right now. So I'm really excited about that. But yeah, that's really enough for Call of Duty. There hasn't been too much. They had a few modes. Actually, no, I do want to talk about, did you see anything with the Squid Games event that Call of Duty had?
I saw the very questionable big dolls running around.
Yeah, so they actually have some really cool modes and some questionable skins. Warzone had a mode where it was normal Warzone, but it would randomly call red light, green light. So when it would call red light and you moved, mind you, I'm playing keyboard mouse. If I would accidentally, like even picking up my hand from my mouse, I moved, you would get shot. Just die.
Bruh.
So if you're in the middle of a gunfight and it says red light, or you just gotta stop.
That's insane.
So that was really, I didn't play that, but that seems really fun and like really interesting. But actually they had multiplayer and zombie Squid Games events as well. In zombies, they had red light, green light, or dead light. Pretty much if it was green light, you get 2 times essence. It's a normal mode. Red light, you can look around, but if you move, you lose points. Dead light, you don't kill, you run. They're pretty much become... So I had like a pretty good gun, right? We're only at like round 5. It's doing 3 damage, JJ. 3 damage. I'm not doing no damage. And they're super sprinters, meaning and there's like a bunch of them. So when that happens, you don't fight, you just run for your life until the round ends. So that was intense, but really fun. And then multiplayer, there's 2 of them. There's red light, green light. You just have to run across the field. And then those 3 modes. There's red light, green light. There is one mode where it's like just normal like TDM domination, but you can collect these piggy banks. Or there's this massive piggy bank that you have to like hold, and you pretty much get all your streaks plus a quote unquote juggernog, like a nuke, right? And you know what this does? It's the red light, green light girl. You call it in, and the enemy team has to play. So I would call it in, they would move, I just get a squad wipe. They just all die.
Bruh.
And then I get all my streaks. And when I say all my streaks, I mean, I threw on the highest streaks I had, and I was able to pull in a helicopter and a little mini tank without having to struggle to get points just by claiming this piggy bank. I did it multiple times. It was so chaotic. And then finally, there's another one where you pretty much play 5 mini games. Now, I thought this was like, you're going to play a round at CDM and then a round of kill confirm. No, it's like roulette and like red light, green light. It's mini like Squid Game ones. But here's another thing that both of these modes have. Do you know the hand cannon, right? The score streak / the Call of Duty one, like, you know, the gun. You pretty much get the roulette gun with infinite ammo and it one-shots. and it's just randomly around the map, and when you die with it, it drops. Not on the floor, like midair, it drops wherever you're holding it, and anyone can pick it up. And you get extra points for it too, so you get your streaks even easier. Like, I was getting like 300 points a kill.
So this collab was actually good.
So, yeah. Like, I was surprised at how hard they went with these modes. They did also have a mini pass, which is really unfortunate because Fortnite does it because it's free to play. Call of Duty, I spent $100 to get the game because I bought the Vault Edition. I'm not about to spend another $11 to buy a mini pass. There is one thing that Call of Duty does better than Fortnite, though. Do you know what that is, JJ? They give you $5 and $2 options for COD points. So you can buy 500 COD points or 200 COD points. So it's like, I really wish Fortnite would like do something. I know they're working on it. And you know what? Let's use that as a segue to Fortnite. That's our last game. Unless there's anything like questions or comments you want to say about Call of Duty.
No, not really.
Okay, I didn't think so, but I want to give that offer out. So Fortnite had a lot of things happen. Such not a lot of things, but it actually did have a lot of things. Where do you want to start?
Oh, well, I guess we should probably start with the update itself.
Which update? There's like 3.
The update, you know, the big one that kind of added a Colossus.
Well, there's also like a whole new season of a different mode.
Shh, we're not talking about that yet.
Oh, not yet? Okay. It's not a Colossus. It's called a kaiju.
Listen, same difference.
Speaking of kaiju, that's the collab that might be happening. We'll get to that in a minute. Yeah, Godzilla finally came to Fortnite. Woohoo!
Hey, because everybody was asking for that.
Well, people probably were, but we were expecting it, so it's finally here. What we like to talk about is, because we're quest people, let's talk about the quest to get Godzilla.
Yup.
And the fact that there isn't any.
Nope, they're not really.
It's just levels, guys. It's just 24 levels.
You just earn levels. They gave you quests to help you earn the levels, but you don't have to complete the quest to get it.
By the way, some modes don't count for XP towards it. I saw people saying creative does not count. So that sucks. Yeah. However, there is one nice thing. I don't know if you saw. There's free rewards as well. You do not need the battle pass for some of the Godzilla rewards.
Yep.
That's nice.
It's real nice.
But, like, it's just gonna be quests. Come on. Or, if, I don't know. How do you feel about it? Because, like, it's easy, right? Like, it's not hard. But it's also, like, I feel like it's... Because for me, right, I haven't played that much. I'm only like level 70 something. So if I really wanted to, I could probably get 24 levels in a day. But then, like,
I think the problem with it is the way that they incorporated Godzilla himself into the game. It's not like an item that's easy to pick up and kill somebody with. It's like, it's very limited. And so not everybody's going to be able to do it. And so I think what they were thinking here is we need to make it more accessible to everybody.
Possibly. I don't know. It could be worse. It could be match quests. Huh, JJ?
Yeah.
Could be match quests. So it's not match quests. But yeah, it's not ideal. It's not ideal. I didn't even have Fortnite open, so I'm opening it right now.
I do. How do you feel about the UI?
Not necessarily Godzilla, but the quest UI, I'm mixed on it. It could be better, but it is better than what it was. I will say that. I think it's better.
I think the main thing is it feels more like it fits into the rest of the UI that they've updated, and not like it's a weird
like
shoe-in from our old UI. Yeah, but I do agree there are things that could be better about it. Like the left side with how many different quests there are for the different modes, it feels a little crowded. I'm not a fan of how many different tabs there are, and I'm not a fan that quests like Godzilla are in every section. that seems a little
I wonder
strange
if that's a bug.
to me.
That might be.
I don't think so. It's just the Godzilla rewards that show up, not the Godzilla quest, the Godzilla rewards.
Oh. That is weird.
Yeah, so that feels a little bit weird. I like that it shows like the XP that you can get from like total tab. So like if I go to Battle Royale, I get 275,000 from doing a Godzilla quest, or 125,000 from expertise quest.
And that's
it's
actually,
cool that it shows
that's
that.
also what's left, because mine says 225 and 140. So that is what's left. So it does update.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
It's very helpful, because then you can kind of see at a glance which one you should focus on doing, which ones you're close to completing. I like that daily quests, without going into the tab, you can see how many you got completed by the check marks.
Still think daily quests suck. I wish they could just do both or something, because I still don't like the fact that it's limited to 3 per day if I really want to grind, because like I've been kind of enjoying racing. I've been playing it, so I kind of wish I can do some rocket racing dailies and maybe pop over to festival or something. But it's just 1.
Yeah, I mean, that is a downside, but at the same time, I kind of get it, because now, this is give or take rocket racing, a lot of them do have a lot of other quests you can do. So like Lego has both dailies and sandbox dailies, and then they have like the survival expert and the weeklies, and the festival, same thing. You have dailies there, you have kickstart, weekly, prestige. Like they've added a lot of quests for people to pursue, which kind of makes sense, because like, yes, dailies don't give a lot, and yes, it'd be cool to still be able to do them, but I would kind of want to go more towards a quest that's going to give me more than a couple thousand XP per.
Yeah. Let's see, what else are we seeing here? At least you still see the story quest then? I saw a lot of people said after this update they couldn't see them anymore.
Let me see. Godzilla, expertise, daily, weekly.
No story?
No story from the looks of it.
I do. So that is a concern. A lot of people are saying that.
Yeah.
Cause yeah. Let's see. And then we got collections in here too, which kind of feels really random, but it kind of makes sense, the whole UI. Do you know what collection is iconic to us, JJ? Remember the fishing collection? Remember battling your friends to get the biggest fish? I miss that.
Yeah. That was an interesting addition.
It's like such a fun passing. Like it doesn't actually matter. It's not XP. It's just for fun. Like you can see all your friends, like the weight and stuff, and see your top 3. I thought that was fun.
Yeah.
I do enjoy that they brought this UI. I know this isn't new. When was the first time we saw this? Was this like one of the mini passes last season or something in the Doom with like the ranked quests? Like you need to go through like Godzilla.
I think maybe.
Or maybe that.
Yeah.
Maybe that was ranked one of the seasons. They started that. But how do you feel about that? Like having that throughout in a lot of places. I'm happy with it.
I'm also happy with it. It was kind of due time that we got another quest UI update. It's kind of curious that they've settled on a way to do quests, but they keep changing the UI as opposed to before where it was like they had to change everything about quests.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It kind of feels like they're settling on something, and now it's just about making it match, kind of working out a couple little kinks with it.
So, but yeah. So that's enough about the skin. He's also on the map. He's a kaiju, which means big monster. Speaking of kaiju number 8 collab. That's one of the big animes from last year, like one of the biggest of the year. I saw a lot of people saying it might be anime of the year. So that's coming, and it makes sense, right? I think that's one of my favorite parts about this season. It feels like everything's really themed, and I'm happy about it. The secret skin, even the festival skin, the collabs, the anime, like everything is really centered around this Japanese. So I'm really excited about that.
Yeah, they definitely got the theming down this season. And I will say, in terms of updates this season, they have been adding some good content each
and we will
update,
talk about that in a bit.
It doesn't feel like we're super bare.
Stuff, yeah. So let's see. Where do you want to start with Godzilla? Because there's a few things. Kong's also here, kinda. I haven't really seen too many people talk about Kong. Well, let's start off with how often we are going to see this content. And that's a big problem. I don't know if you saw... It's not an every game thing.
It was like a 30%, right?
It's Doom Island all over again. It was 20, it's now 40%, I believe. But if you want Kong only happens when Godzilla happens, but not every time. So Kong's even rarer. And it's just, I don't know. I just wish it just wasn't in ranked, and it should just be in every pub. Like, I don't know why. Like, if you do something crazy like this, make it overpowered and make it fun for every game for the for the week, event, rest of the season. And then if you don't want that, that's the point of ranked. You don't have to have the chaotic stuff. Why? Because, yeah, I don't know. Just kind of confusing. I feel like a lot of people weren't happy with the Doom Island part, and I haven't seen as many people talk about it this time, but definitely wasn't exactly positive.
Yeah. It's once again, like, I feel like we bring this up every time. Makes me think back to the Venom mythics when they were in. It was an every game thing, and it was so much fun to try and pursue that every game.
Yeah.
And if you didn't want to play with it, you just didn't. Like, you didn't
use it.
There were there was other modes. Or you could ignore it. Like,
Arena,
all
I don't
that
think
was a
had
plausible
it. So,
thing.
like, just go play Arena. It's straight up BR without the crazy stuff. So
exactly.
I don't know. I feel like a broken record because we say this almost every update and every season. Separate ranked. But that's one big thing. But I also, from what I saw, I don't know if you see like a good bit of gameplay, Godzilla actually kind of looks really bad. Really weak.
Yeah.
He's like really slow. He doesn't have like a big jumper or dash or something like that. He has a laser beam which moves really slowly. And it's really weak. I saw Cypher using it. He couldn't destroy a car. He locked on and hit every shot and he wouldn't destroy a car with the laser beam. And like the smash only does 60, but it's like, because you're so big, it's really awkward because this is a lot larger than Doom or Thanos. So it's like you could barely see anywhere. So like, sure, you might accidentally hit them, but I feel like if I hit them, I should hit them for like 80, 90, even 100 for smashing on them as a how many tall beast. I feel like I should do a good bit of damage.
Yeah, their scaling is a little bit questionable.
And then there's one other thing that is kind of annoying, and we'll talk about what this items do in a second. But there's some items, if you damage him, also... Well, actually, even if you play by yourself, you still take damage. You take damage passively. As Godzilla.
Bruh.
Like, you cannot be shot. You can be playing by yourself in, like, a private match. You will still lose Godzilla after a bit of time. So you cannot win as Godzilla. It is impossible. Unless you wait till the end of the match and then you become Godzilla or something. But then someone's gonna get it. And there's only one per match. Nobody gets to claim it. And you get rewards for doing the most damage, meaning everyone is shooting at you. So it's the same thing as Doom. Like, and because you're so much larger, it's like you barely get to use Godzilla. And even when you do, it feels really weak. So the concept, and I will say, Epic Games was great with this. The animations are phenomenal. Like, it looks awesome. But for gameplay, it feels really redundant and kind of stupid. I'm gonna be straight honest with you. Anything you want to point out or mention or comment on? Or do we want to talk about the items that you get for doing the most damage?
Let's do that, yeah.
Nothing new. It's just the dash medallion. You get a medallion, it just does dashes that recharge.
A big craziness right there. That's like really super OP.
Oh, and you also get a gun, which barely comes with any ammo. You get the exotic quad launcher. Which, like, JJ knows how annoying that is. Remember that one Titan map and how much I would abuse that while flying?
Yeah.
So, it's annoying, but I think they updated it, but you would literally start with 0 ammo. Like, you have 4 shots, but you have 0 backup ammo.
It's like, oh, how helpful.
And the problem is, there's no RPGs or grenades, so there is no ammo on the map.
I feel like that's a problem that they constantly run into, is like they'll add a cool weapon that like takes rockets, or they'll add something
without
that takes an ammo that's not like a typical ammo. And then there's just no way to harvest that ammo. Like, we've run into that problem multiple times. Like when they added the shockwave launcher, you couldn't get rockets. So how are you supposed to get more ammo for it? You couldn't.
Until they added the sticky grenade, and then that made it a lot easier.
Yeah. So it's like they really need to solve this problem where we just don't have ammo for the things that they add. I see two ways of going about that. One, they either just keep all the ammo types in the game at all times, no matter what. Because, like, what's the worst case scenario? You don't have a gun to use it on, and it's just in your inventory.
But then that would
like,
also
there's a slot for every ammo.
That would also
so, like,
take up the loot spawns, though. So, like, imagine opening up a chest, you have no shotgun shells, and you get sniper, and there's no snipers. And like, that happens so many times, and it's just such an uncommon thing. Like, there's one gun or maybe two, and I use it, like, very
then
ever.
do this. Make it so that you only have a chance of getting rocket ammo if you're holding a weapon that needs rockets.
That's what I thought about for the longest time. If you have to hold it for ammo boxes and chests to drop it. Now, floor loot, that's separate, obviously, but I'm okay with that. I think if you're only holding a shotgun, you should... Now, obviously, it won't give you all of it, but it should guarantee you at least one of the ammo types that you get be the gun that you have. So if you have all three types of guns, light, medium, and shotgun, those are the only types that you should be able to get. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But that's not how it is.
Or even if it's just for the special ammo types like sniper and rocket, like if I am holding a sniper, give me a guaranteed sniper ammo from that ammo box, or even just a chance at getting
especially
it would be
when
nice.
they're so much lower
Instead
in
of
capacity.
Yeah, instead of just like not being able to get more ammo for these tanks.
Anyway, we have 9 minutes and we have the rest of BR and the other mode.
Oh my gosh, you're right. Where did the 20 minutes go? Holy chamomile tea. Okay.
Yeah, I feel that. So, okay, we have another gun. We got the railgun back. How do you feel about the railgun?
I was never a huge fan of it. It's cool to see some of the tactics, but I was never a huge fan.
It's all right. It's gonna be good when the recon scanner is gonna come, which still isn't in the game, I think.
Yeah.
What else was there? I think that's it. I think the quad launcher might be in actually, like, base. I don't know. Because there's a challenge where you have to do damage with the quad launcher, and I'm like, are you talking about the exotic one?
If the only way to get it is that, I'm going to riot.
It's also something else. I think it's sniper and quad launcher.
Okay.
But, like, it's funny that they have that put in there if it is only the exotic. It's like, okay, so one person a match is going to get, like, 20 damage with this or something. But, okay, so that's that. Another big thing when you said, like, content that I thought of is, JJ, guess what? Guess what we got? Guess what we got?
What did we get?
We got a map
update.
Get? The map changed.
Well, that's crazy.
So Godzilla not only destroyed the bridge, we got a whole new POI, which is kind of fire.
No.
And I saw people saying that, and it's like, but remix and reload do not count, or OG. It does not count for map updates. Okay, shut up. Also, I don't know if you saw, I think it's the new one. There's actually a little secret thing that you have to use the void mask, and you could teleport into, like, this hidden hole with a bunch of loot, a bunch of chests and stuff. So that's cool. Anything else? I think that's really it for BR.
Yeah.
Can you think of anything else? I'm trying to think. That was the main thing.
Oh, wait. I know. There's the new musical instruments.
Oh, yeah. So
pickaxes
all the
and
musical
backblings.
instruments are pickaxes and backblings. It's great. And some pickaxes and backblings are now instruments. Like the tune one. The tune guitar.
Wait, I have to see. Is my Lars guitar a usable? It's not? Are you serious?
I'm pretty sure it's not.
Bro,
it's
that one is the one that's like a shoe-in
some
to
of them
be an instrument.
really should, and they're not. Some I'm gonna assume that they're gonna work on it, like the Lego styles. Like, we're gonna get more in the future.
I dang sure hope so.
Because I would really hope the Lars guitar would be a guitar. But anyway, so yeah, that's cool. Speaking of music, Festival got a new season. It's Hatsuno Miku, which I did buy the pass and the skin.
Hatsuna.
Said
it wrong, my guy.
Really? I said a name wrong.
Hatsune Miku.
I said a name wrong. Stop the cap.
Yes. I know. It's crazy.
Preposterous. Anyway, so she's out. It was supposed to be New Jeans, and then it wasn't because they broke up. So a lot of people are thinking this is a surprise. How do you feel about it from, like, what you've seen, like, quality-wise of the skin and stuff? I think they did a really good job.
I also think this is a really good one. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't think I've ever actually heard a Hatsune Miku song.
You have. There was an iconic one that everyone has. No, ready? What do you think her iconic song is? It's Nyan Cat. She did Nyan Cat.
She
did not.
lying. Stop.
She's from 2007. She's from 2007. What? Like so many people are saying it's AI slop. She is a instrument that people use, and she's been around since 2007. She did Nyan Cat.
That's
She's
crazy.
iconic. So everyone that says like I don't know, use Google and shut up. Okay? You
learn something new every day.
Okay? She's goated.
Anyway, no, I think they did a great job. Like I am not a fan, but I mean,
Yeah.
like, I don't know, the concept of her is cool, I will admit, and I think the skin looks really awesome and just kind of fits Fortnite, I think.
And
so
I love the emotes.
this one is
too.
a really, really good one for festival.
Let me tell you, the clips of you killing Godzilla and then giving him the Miku concert is wild. And then so her pass is a normal pass. You know, we get her different thing, and then some really random music. I really wish the passes fit the theme more. Like, they released plenty of stuff in the item shop. There should be more Miku songs in the past. There was only one Miku song.
Yeah, even if it were a case of, like, it's anime theme songs.
Exactly,
or, you know, other, like, digital artist songs. That would be great, but, yeah, no.
So that happened. I think anything else I did play is pretty cool. I haven't played in a while, but, you know, quality-wise, it seems pretty good. Festival. Like a lot of quality of life features, like being able to see how long the songs progressed and the time left.
Yeah, festivals really
it's definitely coming along,
becoming its own thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's becoming a actual like good standalone.
And there's
game.
a lot of songs for like free every day. So, another one. Oh, and another thing that's funny is like, why do I have so many of these songs? It's because I got the festival pass last time for free. Because crew. So that's gonna be nice. And then there's one final mode. We got like 3 minutes to talk about it, but OG Season 2 is right around the corner. I did get a win, JJ. It was stressful. So I got my umbrella.
That's good.
It was right down, and I killed him with a gold scar too. It was great. It was peak. I missed half my shots though. I was struggling because I do not play enough, so I was rusty. I think I did it live too. I think it was New Year's. That's right. I played it. It was because I had my face cam too. So I think I had like 60 FPS and I got like on New Year's. But yeah, OG Season 2 is around the corner. We're about to get a bunch of new stuff. Tilted Towers, Shifty Shafts, Haunted Hills are coming back. Then we saw, I don't know if did you see the teaser today? We got some Battle Pass skins.
Yes.
So we got a Cuddle Team Leader, Sparkle Specialist, and a Black Knight remix. How you feeling?
Woohoo! Black Knight's gonna be cool to see. That's definitely one that I think deserves a remake. You see it a lot, so
and
definitely
it's
cool.
also
the other ones.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead.
The Cuddle Team Leader, I think,
too many
is also going to be a nice one.
I feel like there's so many though. Cuddle Team Leaders.
There is.
I feel like
a lot of
for
them.
Season 2, like we could have the Squire. There's so many other people that we feel like we could have gotten other than another Cuddle Team Leader.
But I think it was kind of like they couldn't not do it because
I guess
Cuddle
that's
Team
also
is kind
true
of
because it's
one
iconic.
of the faces of Fortnite.
Like that's why we got Skull Trooper Season 1. That's fair. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's probably my least favorite. I'm excited for Sparkle Specialist. I hope she could be nice and bright and starry. I don't know. Because I have the one from Season X. I will say, a lot of people are saying, oh, this is the first Black Knight style in like 8 years. Bro, we had Ultima Knight. We had Eternal Knight in Chapter 2, Season 3. We had...
My guy.
We had a lot.
My guy.
What?
My guy. It's not Ultima Knight.
That's right. We had Omega Knight too. There's another one.
Bruh.
But it's just like we've had so many. Like I mean, I'm excited, but it's not like the first time in forever. By the way, the item shop like just changed. I think I don't know. It just reloaded.
Oh wait, hold on. Let me see.
It just refreshed on that. I don't know if it's actually new. It just refreshed out of
9
nowhere.
o'clock.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's
Did it?
9. I don't know why my item shop refreshed.
Yeah, I thought it was like 7. That's weird.
I think you're right. It just randomly refreshed. Anyway, yeah. But that's coming out. We don't know too much. That's still a little ways away because that's the end of the month. But we did get our first teaser today. I think that's it. Right? Cool. W? Check mark? Question mark?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, make sure you go join our Discord and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified and join our Instagram and Twitter and yada 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 and goodbye.
Wow.